I'm Ketty Gottardo, Martin Alusa Curator of Drawings, and I'm going to introduce you to the theme of this exhibition, Venice 18th Century Drawings. Venetian 18th century drawings haven't been shown here at the Courtauld for 40 years, despite a very rich collection, so we thought it was about time to share this with the public. Venice in the 18th century is a vibrant, lively city. Local patrons, as well as foreign collectors, come to visit Venice. They are on their grand tour, visiting Italy, and they stop in Venice not only for the sheer beauty of the city on water, but also to bring back with them to their home countries some of the paintings and drawings that they can acquire there. Drawings, of course, are more portable, are easier to carry around, hence why there was a very lively and fervent art market. This display shows the variety of Venetian 18th century drawings. And I'm now going to introduce Marco Mansi, who will show you in depth some of these works.
Hi, I'm Marco. I curated this show and I'm standing now next to one of my favorite drawings in the display. This drawing was made by Francesco Guardi, one of the major artists in 18th century Venice, and it depicts one of the most iconic festivities of the time, which was called the Marriage of the Sea, and it was celebrated each year on Ascension Day. We see this very lovely view of St. Mark's Basin in front of the Doge Palace. On Ascension Day, the head of the state, the Doge, embarked on the state vessel, which was called the Bucintoro, to reach the mouth of the harbor, where he tossed a golden blessed ring. It symbolized Venice's maritime identity. Among the most iconic locations in Venice, there was Piazza di San Giacomo di Rialto, near the Rialto Bridge, which is the location we see in this very exquisite drawing by Canaletto. Canaletto portrayed this location several times throughout his entire career. This very humble square was the center of Venice banking district. Canaletto was the master of capturing the lively environment of his city, and we see lots of people moving around. They were called macchiette, which means quickly sketched little figures, and we see many here busy all around on the Rialto Bridge, under the porches, in front of the church, doing their own business, walking, chatting. We see a lovely dog in the corner. I love this drawing because it really gives you a feeling of being in Venice and being surrounded by people and experiencing the city and how it was being there at that time. In the 18th century, Venice was also famous for its peculiar tradition and folklore, like the carnival and the commedia dell'arte, which was an early form of professional theatre. And one of the most famous characters in the commedia dell'arte was Punchinello, which is a subject of many drawings by Venetian artists. And here next to me we have two examples of two artists playing and having fun with this peculiar character. The first one is Giambattista Tiepolo, who is depicting Punchinello. Punchinello was a pot-bellied man dressed in white, and here he's standing in this very tiny drawing, and he seems barely contained within the surface of the sheet. Whereas Novellian is playing with this figure and depicting Punchinello as a gnocchi seller. In Verona, a city under Venetian domination in the 18th century, there was a celebration on the last Friday before Lent, which was called the Gnocchi Friday. During that day, people dressed like Punchinello toured the city, giving to the townspeople gnocchi and wine. I really hope you can come visit the show and explore Venice, becoming more familiar with its tradition, its folklore, the architecture, the festivities, as well as the people who lived in this space.